All right, folks, welcome to Thursday Night Final Fantasy TCG Constructed here at Epic Gaming. My name is TJ Stinson, and I'm joined by the incomparable Christian Tate and Nick Wynn on commentary tonight. Round one will pit Jason Trang and Angelo Hune, two regulars here, in a match to 7 points. So we're going to kick it over to commentary and get things rolling, and start off a good night. All right, gentlemen, welcome.
Okay.
What was the post today? Midgard?
Midgard block?
Yeah, I think it was Midgard block. I can't remember.
I mean, Zidane's a very powerful card indeed.
Oh yeah, he's fantastic. He's a Thoughtseize on a stick with no downside.
Yeah, like, insane. Information you get off of it, and I mean, low-key, most of the times it's just a better Sarah.
Yeah, like, you do it turn 2, you get so much value. Like, even doing it turn 1, he got the Ahenolem here. Just taking Angelo off his kind of game plan unless he draws another one.
Yeah, his tempo's really messed up with that one play.
So he's going to play his own copy of Zidane.
Yes, it's the Battle of Zidane.
The Battle of Zidane.
But that is pretty threatening with making it so that...
He might just ditch the 3 for Yuna, bouncing that Zidane back to hand, or just might...
Yeah, it's a big enough tempo swing that it just...
Okay, he's going to play the Riku first, and then next turn, probably play the Yuna.
That's pretty dangerous. He's just letting the Zidane get that free hit in. Interesting play.
Yeah, he's getting... kind of wasting that turn taking that Ahenolem here, just because now that Zidane gets to go through and draw 2 cards, and gets more card advantage, put him back to where he was almost. So I think it was worth it to ditch the 3 for Yuna.
I would have agreed, yeah.
Unless he didn't want to ditch those cards in hand. He just wanted to keep them. But I think you don't want to give Angelo the card advantage.
A lot of people are basically saying if you can get 1 hit with 2 cost Zidane most of the time.
He did his job.
He did what he needed to do. Everything afterwards is just absurdly bonus.
Yeah, I saw a game where someone was just able to hit every turn. And just keep drawing 2 cards. I'm like, wow.
Wow, playing a naked Yuri.
So naked. I think he was just trying to get the card out of his hand so he could start drawing consistently and then play backups.
Yeah, I'd see his hand. I think his hand's kind of, if I can get a decent look at it. It looks like a bunch of summons, it looks like.
I think I did see a Yuna backup, though.
Yeah, but maybe no water card to play.
Oh, that could be it.
Yeah. But this is a pretty good time to play that Yuna H. I would definitely bounce the Yuri now.
Yeah, I think that's why Angelo wanted to play the Yuri. Is that way Jason has to choose between bouncing the Zidane or the Yuri back to him.
Oh, doing some reconfiguration here, just making sure.
Yeah, there we go.
Looks a little bit nicer. Yeah. Very.
Yeah, this is an interesting start to a game.
Both players started with no backups.
Well,
both decided to play as a Dane.
Yeah. And they both took the mulligan, right?
I think so, yeah.
Oh no. For Yuna. Yep. Okay, bouncing is Zidane, which is fantastic for Angelo.
Yeah.
Because now he can discard Zidane to play the Yuna. Although, this is Zidane, so I mean, he might just play a different backup first, and then next turn play the Yuna. Oh, that's double Yuna in hand.
Double Yunas, yeah.
Okay.
2 Yunas seems to be a Cholinka. I think there's a bartender. Okay.
I'm digging this music.
Very low-fee Final Fantasy.
Let's go.
To chill to.
Alright, watch us while you study. Let's go.
Let's see. Oh, man.
Okay, just pitching is in it. Just keeping the same board state as last turn. And while Jason has 2 backups to his 1, I think Angel is probably going to play Yuna this turn if Jason plays another forward. Or I just hold up and try to get more backups before playing.
Do you
the
think
Yuna,
there's a
just trying
world
to
where
wait
he?
for the
Do you think
attack.
there's a world where he just plays the Yuna just to play the Yuna?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Or maybe he's waiting for his own Zidane, the 3-drop. So once he gets rid of this one, he can just go play Zidane. Okay, let me see your hand. I'll play my Yuna. I'll bounce Zidane. Play Zidane. I mean, that's a lot of resources, but
Yeah. Sometimes it's worth it after the first information. Ooh, White Mage. That's a pretty good card. Maybe not too effective in this matchup.
what does Wind Water have with recursion?
Not much that I can remember of off the top of my head.
Yeah, I can't think of anything. So it's not too relevant in this matchup.
Yeah, but it is a very nice 2-cost backup to play, just to play.
Because now he's at 3 backups to Angelo's 1. But he gets to draw even more cards now.
Yep.
Ooh, drawing Alexander.
This could be
And-
with all those cards in here, he basically can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, I think I saw Yustola. There's a Yuna. I cannot think of the card right next to the Alexander. I can barely see it. Just going in for the box. Probably has a 4-drop Zidane in hand, maybe, because I know Jason really does like his 4-drop Zidanes.
Most iterations of the names are all just so good.
I think the only underwhelming one's the 2-drop.
Legend, Wind, yeah.
Yeah, but it's still like,
Still,
it's not bad. It's still a good card.
yeah.
It's just too slow for today.
No, just not the right format for it.
Yeah.
It's really good in like a format where it's like really heavy, like control big, like guys. I feel like with the problem with Mono Water is just there's just so much small things you can
Oh
play.
yeah, because
that-
it just blocks the Dane, go Layla
and they're
Viking.
just like, oh well, I guess that doesn't matter.
And people are talking about Layla being banned too.
I don't think Layla should be banned. I think 3-cost Viking, honestly.
Yeah, because there's no reason to like play. Well, there is still a reason to play Layla if you wanted to play like the standard unit Viking build before like if you got rid of the 3-drop Viking.
Yeah, like I think the idea of the problem with the value is the fact that it comes from a 3-cost Viking. A card that literally generates +1 mana off of its own effect.
Yeah, but I think if you
Efficiently.
do that, you kind of neuter Vice Kings, even though it's not really a deck at the moment.
Yeah, I guess, but it's more of like, but you don't neuter Layla. I think that's the bigger thing.
That's true.
I guess it comes from 2 different points of view of what you find more annoying: the ability to recur the draw, or the draw itself.
Well, I think the fact that Layla just puts 2 bodies on board is the problem. I mean, I don't find it much of a problem. They're like pretty weenie. I'd slam a Dataluma, play Cactuar, kill him, or resolve Fina, or if you're playing YRP, Valifor.
Yeah, I think it's just more the fact that the value comes from so much of it. It's basically because then if you think about this, let's say everyone just replaces the 3-cost with 2-cost Viking, right? 1K draw a card. At most, you get like a net value of +1. If you tap like, well, I guess +2, but like, you still get just a really small body, and if you kill it, there's no repercussion.
That's true. Looks like this Zidane is doing a lot of work for Angelo, just giving him so many resources. Now he's at 4 backups to Jason's 3, and I think he discarded a card in hand because he was at 6 and discarded the Yustola. I think I saw that. It might have been for something different. Oh no, he only has 2 cards in hand. Okay.
Dang, cards that let you draw, that's crazy.
Right? Card draw. That's powerful. So pot at green was nuts because you're just like, all right, I will draw a card. I replace the card in my hand and draw a card. For
my Dean and Alexander.
Oh.
Depends on. Ooh, this is a rough one. He has to choose either the board clear or the thing that stops one of his main backups.
Yeah, I think he just takes Alexander. He doesn't want to lose the Una.
Yeah.
I think it's way too important. And once he loses the Una, I think it's game over.
I would agree so. Luna Freya is super strong with Zidane. It's super gross.
But he could just dual freeze the Zidane with Yuri, keep it frozen, and then draw more cards with his own Zidane.
Yep.
And attack with Yuri. Hey, would you look at that? He's probably going to play... Oh, we'll see after he draws. Yep. Chaos Walker of the Will?
Yep.
That seems so right.
With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cards in hand. Might just pass.
He doesn't have to do anything on this board. He's more just waiting for Jason to make a play on him. At this point, he's just chilling and waiting.
Yeah, just playing the slow game, get in there for damage, doing freezing with Yuri, getting value off of Zidane.
Ooh. Gets actually 3.
Seems good.
Oh, and gets the mill next turn too.
Oh, but he doesn't have the Una. Okay.
I'm enjoying this Final Fantasy 9 low fee.
Yeah, dude, it's sweet. I'm digging it.
Final Fantasy 9 had a lot of really just chill music, like things that you could just actually study to. Ooh.
Play his own pain, but get the full value out of it.
I think he's gonna need he's definitely gonna need either Veil or Cloud in this situation.
Yeah, he needs a lot.
He needs a lot.
Let's see. If you have that Val 4EX, Fina, Chalinka, that would do it. But
Jason actually doesn't run Yuri or Chalinka. He's running a one without it. But it's not bad, don't get me wrong.
Oh, it's not bad, yeah.
He gets to free up his deck for a lot of different other matchups instead.
Yeah, he has 9 more slots, potentially.
And I think he's opting for a build similar to what RB was running, I think, for a Winnabox, where you abuse more of the fact that Luna Freya is a card. With how much of your ETB effects.
Oh, yeah, you got Pain, you got Zidane.
You got
Cloud,
Cloud, yeah.
Does he play Little Viking? Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I would assume he would, because that's also super really good with I mean, not broken, but still, well, I mean, depends on how broken Layla Viking is. Again, that discussion, but you know.
Yeah, I think Layla Viking is fine. But I can see hitting either or.
Yeah, there's a lot of debate for each.
There's also talk about Star Sybil, and I'm please don't touch.
I honestly think the guard's way too good on one.
It is really good. I'd just be really sad. I'd understand, but I wouldn't be happy.
That's fine. The card at release I thought was just really good, and then they just kept on printing 6 or 5 cost cards that were really good, and I was like, okay, this is a problem.
Yeah.
Because nothing sounds better than a possible 1 cost card that lets you search for a board clear or anything else in your deck that can bring out a 6 cost card.
Yeah, it's true. Especially when you get crack Star Sybil, just play Veritas for free. There's a lot of value off of that.
And let's not go off the fact that it also has EX for no good reason. Yep. There's literally no downside to running it.
It's true, because even playing it on turn 1 isn't that bad.
It isn't, because he's just searched for Semi or Cam or whatever, and just okay, cool, I'll just set up.
And then you put in a hasty, Star Sybil EX. Okay, cool, convenient.
Yeah. I'll search for my Shan.
But yeah, it looks like Angelo put Jason to 6, and he Chaos Walker Zidane, and not dealing with the Yuri, which I think is interesting. Because at this point, you could actually just go and try to deck out Angelo, because of how many cards Angelo has drawn, and just deal with the Yuri instead, because it's going to dual freeze your entire board.
That's what I was thinking, yeah, too. Like, if he can just take care of the Yuri for now, at that point, it's just he can win the mill game because Zidane is a very, very dangerous tool in the mirror.
Yeah, because you get a lot of advantage, but if it goes longer than you want it to, Riku's a card.
Riku is a card. They both run Riku.
Sorry for drinking noises. Just my throat's a little scratchy. Don't want to, like, cough on stream.
You're fine. Interesting.
Okay. He's bouncing Pain. I think he might activate Riku, Val for EX, and then activate Yuri to kill the Pain in response.
Just tap one.
Or not. Might be the Chaos Walker. Ditching Val for it. Oh yeah, that's right, because he doesn't have so it didn't matter. I was thinking with the untap would be good.
That's a pretty good risk. He only has one card in hand. Pretty sure that's game from the end. Oh yeah, I was
and
like,
a
oh,
Chaos
I'll just go.
Walker and a Valve. I think he's good game, boys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all those early Zidane swings was too much.
He's gained so much value out of it. He should have definitely
All
just
right,
hardplayed
and that concludes round one between Jason and Angelo. Angelo took it 7-1, it looks like. We're now going to go back to last weekend. During the Water Crystal Cup, we had some fantastic side events, one of which was a title series. And you're going to see a couple of familiar faces on here. So, gentlemen, enjoy.
Oh boy, I don't play a lot of titles, so...
All I can tell you is broken.
Oh, some more.
Hey, Richie.
We got Harvey, we got John. Running RB running Crystal Chronicles, and John running 7. This is gonna be interesting. You enjoy Crystal Cup?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I got to meet some really cool people. Just got reminded of why I like this community so much. Everyone's so friendly.
That's good. That's good. I'm coming from a different perspective. It was tiring.
Yeah, because you judged. Thank you again. You did a good job.
Oh, thanks. I'd like to think I at least helped a little. Let's see. Playing Norshalin, really good. Really good in this deck.
Yeah, you just get so much search.
Now you get search for the Epitaph.
Now you can search for another guy, which is I think he just searches for Leo.
Epitaph searches for any FC.
Forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dope.
It's their searcher. So he can search Yuri, he can search Chelinka, he can search my favorite card, Hurg.
And it also gets does it get Moogle?
No, Moogle's a special.
Moogle's a special. Oh, okay.
But he can run that. Remember, in Title Series, you can now run special cards.
Okay.
So what I think what Richie was running was he's running a Mira deck with a bunch of the monsters that were special, like Corel and like Sahagin and stuff like that. Because they have access to that. And I think some of the FCC monsters too.
That's cool.
But yeah, a lot of 7 decks because 7's super good now with all the new cards that came out of the starter deck.
Yeah, that's pretty absurd, honestly. It's a lot. It's playable though.
Yeah.
It's super playable.
Like Barrett in this game is freaking. It's disgusting.
Yeah. Just like,
Because not everyone has the Ebola, so you're good to go.
Yep. And you almost you're guaranteed to hit something.
Oh yeah, no.
Is it this character?
I believe so. Yes.
Oh, I see. That's
Yes, it should be. Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah. So a card that snowballs, that just snowballs even harder.
Deal with my Barrett, or else I would.
Barrett is the Water Zidane for title for FF7. You just play a single Barrett and go like, all right, deal with it.
Okay, this list actually looks super sweet. Seeing the Mira, seeing the Undead Princess. I'm in.
Yeah, dude, they have a lot of Earth backups they're gonna utilize. If not, just run a bunch of Evokers.
Because I was running 10 for a while, but I don't think that's really my style. I like the deck though. It's a lot of fun. I like to walk a special.
Waka specialing people is so nice.
Waka.
I've always I've been pushing for the idea for a second round of Anthem effects, but they're different characters. And either we could make a rule where you could only run 3 of either or make it so that I think it would be fair enough that you could run double Anthem effects if you really wanted to, because that still takes deck space and backup slot.
That's true. Yeah, like, look, as we're talking, we just slammed down the bear. He's like, deal with it. I'm about to get value.
We're lucky that the 2-cost Jesse is banned in this format.
Cloud,
Barrett, Cloud, Barrett, Cloud. And I'm like, oh, okay. That's fun.
Great.
Josh.
Judge by put cheating. No, he's not. But he's banned. No, it's not banned.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that'd be
Ooh,
pretty good.
Dropping to Yuri. Ooh.
Okay, back in the zoo. There
Ooh,
we go.
I like it.
Yep.
Getting that dull and freezing. Or
Yep. There we go. That's how you deal with Barrett. That's awesome.
I think it's pretty interesting. He went for it instantly, though.
Yeah, I think he just really doesn't want Barrett to get any value because he wants to, I think, punish his opponent for ditching the 2 cards just to play Barrett instead of like a backup or something.
But the thing is, you can always be like, after playing the Yuri, even just for a little bit, it's just like you can be really patient with it. Like you can wait for like the very last moment to just do it.
Oh, like wait until they go into like combat.
Yeah. Or like even if your opponent plays like something, I'll kill or dull, freeze, Yuri like Genesis or like Cloud or something, you can just be in response. I'm gonna do this, and you get an extra dull and freeze on the turn.
That's true. Okay. Gotcha. What has he got in his hand?
I saw a light Cloud in there. I see an Aerith, 3-cost backup.
Yeah, so I don't know a whole lot about titles, so I don't really know what's going to happen next.
That's the fun part. Going 7.
Doing 7, okay. I'm probably playing,
Oh, that's spicy. Because
there's
now
the-
Yuffie has the haste and is going to finish it off with the 1K.
That's pretty good. Yeah, Yuffie's pretty sweet.
I made a lightning wind deck with her, where it was focused on like 7 and stuff too. Where it's like you ran like Rufus and all that
Oh, okay.
as a backup search engine, and you ran in her with the Godo, and it was fun. It was fun.
Pretty,
It's fun. I don't think competitive, but I think it's pretty fun.
pretty fun.
Lightning wind's in a weird spot, I'd say.
Yeah, Lightning Wind used to give me a lot of trouble. I used to always lose against it for whatever reason. And, well, now I don't. It's mainly because I don't ever see it.
I remember the tournament right before our Crystal Cup, or like the week before, was like everyone was running Mono Wind off that new deck list that someone ran double Yuri, double Veritas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's...
On this, I was like, they finally shown it. The fact that you could play Yuri and Veritas and still be good.
It's not a fun time.
It's a good time for you. If you're playing it.
He's gonna search.
Get that search.
And then he's gonna get another goblin, so then he can search again.
Yep, I'm falling in love with this list. I love monsters, and I love how cute the Crystal Chronicle characters are.
They're pretty adorbs. They're all pretty chibi. I'm really excited for the game to come out on Switch, because now we don't have to do the stupid GameCube connector with the Game Boy thing or connect with another, because that's the only way you could play multiplayer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I see.
But now with the Switch, I'm assuming there's gonna I think there were talks of just like online multiplayer, so you can just group with like friends and stuff.
That would be dope. That would definitely get your sales up there.
Yeah. That was like the Crystal Chronicles from being just a bit different from your typical Final Fantasy game.
I played Crystal Chronicles on the DS. I can't remember which one it was though.
Was it it was the one featuring Leo? Or was it Yuri?
I think it might have been Yuri.
Yuri, and I think it was like Crystal Finders or whatever, or something like that. And I think that was also kind of just like a Crystal Chronicles game. I know Leo was like my my life as a demon king or something like that, or demon lord.
Okay.
And like you just basically stop them, or you set up a dungeon, and like you have people to like try to beat your dungeon
Interesting.
by you setting up monsters like Librarium or Death Machine and stuff.
Oh.
So then they had to like, or like small little adventurers come in like try to beat it, and you're like, no, stop. Super cute. But ooh, the zoo and the goblin out. My question is like, what's the win con? Because like you could do a bunch of like mirror plays, and don't get me wrong, I like that a lot. But I'm like,
How do you win?
how do you win?
Well, maybe we'll find out very soon.
Hopefully, I don't think this deck has a board clear of any sorts.
Yeah, now it gets get that value off of.
Let's see what cards. Ooh, he probably wants the Marlene. I'm assuming. Does he just want the
he's
Cloud?
just going all in with forwards. It looks like. 'Cause I think he might know that FFCC has no board clears, and so there's nothing that's going to be bigger than any of his creatures. So he could just keep slamming down forwards.
It's true.
Until RB is gone. He's don't hit 7. Zonkan, grab teeth. Oh boy.
This is so good.
It's so good. It has so much search now.
Yeah.
It's
like-
absurd.
And the fact it gives that Tifa haste as well too. Because like 8K Brave haste when and it can be the 2 cost if you already have the Cloud on board is really cool.
Yeah, because he's gonna play it next turn and try to kill Richie here.
Guys, keywords are still busted.
So what we got here?
It's got 5 cards.
got-
Three? I can't tell.
3, I think.
I don't have my glasses on, that's why.
Right.
But yeah, I'm trying to think off the top of my head what in Crystal Chronicles can maybe deal with this board, but I think RB's just in a really tough spot from the situation.
Yeah, and Mira might be his only forward. I just can't see his hand, so I
Yeah.
have no idea.
Hand's very good at they are very good at concealing.
Oh, Shonika, that's right.
Okay. I think the game plan might have been like do something with like the zoo to activate all your backups with the Yuri again, and then just like do plays off that.
Yeah, okay. That seems sweet, actually. But I think he's, going to ping with Ahen on.
Well,
And
it's
then
3K.
activate Zoo again.
Yeah.
And just
Probably
do
the
pop,
best
pop, pop.
target is probably Yuffie because I don't think he has enough. Oh wait, yeah he does. I forget he has Mira, so he can kill the Barret, which might be way more important than everything else.
Yeah, I'm just going to do some math real quick.
Also, he could just search. Let's see. He could search for another zoo if need be.
I think you do. Well, he is at 4, yeah, so he should be fine. Listen, we know he has a Tifa in hand.
Oh, but there's like, it does give it haste. He needs to be careful.
That's still 3 damage. He finds a way to have Chelinka and Mira not be able to block or whatever and get in there for all 3, then which is in a tough spot, but we'll see what the draw. Yeah, so it looks like he is going to pop the zoo, activate the Mira, get another zoo. The interaction is sweet. Finding that zoo. So you going to Seattle this weekekend for that?
I mean, I was planning on it. So yeah, so me and a couple of the boys are probably gonna go up for their local qualifier.
Are you playing 5-color monsters?
Dude, don't tell people.
Oh, sorry. I thought. My bad. I didn't know that was secret tech.
The secret's out apparently. Nick's playing what? 5-color marshals?
Yeah, 5-color monsters. Here we go.
Splashing a Moogle engine with.
It'll be so crazy. No one will see it coming. It's gonna be super hot.
He's got a FCC packet or FFCC package with it.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be super crazy.
No one will see it coming.
Let's see. He's going to pop the zoo. He's going to search for another zoo, so then he can do some more ping damage. The Corel is really nice, actually, though.
Yeah.
This gives him a lot of defensibility in this matchup.
Okay, block and Corel. Get plus 2,000. Get ready, dude.
Well, it also depends. Maybe John just has another cloud. It's like, cool, I'm going to just... We'll see.
5, so I can do just killing the cloud.
Killing the cloud.
Got another zoo in hand. Let's see. Newfie's at how much? 6?
No, she's at 7.
She's at 7. Okay.
She gets +2 and then haste. When you control 3 or more, 7 characters on it.
Yeah. I think he sounds like, it sounds like they're going to attack.
Interesting play.
They're like,
We'll see what happens
make
off
an
of it.
decision. Yeah, so they're just keeping that chili cup. That coral, sweet, sweet coral. Oh.
Killing the Mira. Interesting. Oof. And the break. This is where this cloud shines.
Wow, that's so good.
Welcome to Tidal. Hi. I was consulted.
The question was, if there's a Scale Toad out and you have 6 cards in hand, do you discard 2 or 1? And the answer was 1, so you go to 5.
So what happens is end of phase effects, and then you go back.
That makes sense.
If need be.
And that's how you play against Scale Toad.
Yeah.
Just have too many cards in it.
Let's just bleed their hand out. Or maybe I'm just confidently being wrong. Who knows? With the business, I see that you just got to be confident in your take, and hopefully it plays out.
Yep.
And if it doesn't, you look like a big dum-dum on stream.
So he's playing the Leo, which is actually really good in this build because you have so many monsters that you play. So the odds of you having a lot of characters are pretty high. Has the whale up for protection.
Sad thing is, the biggest thing he can get is an 8K first strike. And yeah, Barrett just doesn't care. He's just going to go in. Oh, and he still has that teeth plant. Oh my gosh.
I think he discarded the teeth, didn't he?
No, he has another one.
Okay.
7 just plays forward after forward, and you literally can't do anything about it.
He just.
Oh, he's gonna play to Marlene.
Come on, Marlene.
Oh, he's going for that play. Okay.
Oh. That's pretty good.
Fly, zooming around. Everyone's like, "What's Nick doing?" I'm like, "I don't know. I see a fly." And I go, whack.
They're pretty close to the mic. I was like, whoops.
Interesting. Let's see. because there gives him he has a chance to corral boost now. Interesting. Interesting. What he could have done was he could have swung with something first and wait for response. And then if the opponent did corral, you just blade beam the target. And he should have had game, honestly. Luckily for the viewers at home, I have no idea how this game ends, so we'll see what happens. But
I don't either. I didn't end up watching it.
I think, let's see, didn't you go home and went to oh yeah, you went home and I think you were like super tired, so then you went home and went to sleep, I think.
Yep, I
Me,
did.
I was finishing up some other stuff, I think.
Day 1, I arrived with only 3 hours of sleep.
Must be nice.
Yep. Oh, it was great, but I was wired. I had my second win. I was good. I was having a good time. I was
But
wide awake.
Don't worry, stream. We have figured out the best technique for Christian. We just have to do something to him, and then he becomes one of the best players. You see, what we do is we make sure he gets a good 8 hours of sleep, eat a healthy breakfast, and he becomes one of the best players of all time. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8 hours of sleep, a good breakfast, and a good hug at the start of the match, and he will do wonders.
You know what? That's my problem. I don't have breakfast.
Yeah.
You know, I could be 100%.
Like, you could
if I
eat
ate
so many
breakfast.
hash browns and, like, drink so much, like, orange juice, dude. You'd be so good at this game.
Yes, this is how you get good at Final Fantasy. Just make sure to eat your breakfast. Treat yourself well.
8 hours of sleep, bunch of hash browns, bunch of OJ.
Gotta get that vitamin C in. That way you don't get sick, so you can go to work on time and have a good day.
I forget a lot of the Mobius summons are also 7 too. Oh my gosh, that one's so gross. Just has, you're basically just playing better Fire at this point.
Do you get Phoenix?
Yeah, they get Phoenix too. 7 cost Phoenix is 7, I think. And 4 cost Phoenix is 7 too.
You can do some Tifa Yuri plays with Phoenix. In mid-combat, they're like, okay, no, it's fine. And you're like, Phoenix, get Tifa. They're like, wait, what?
That's why I like it. That's why anyone who's like, I run 4 cost Phoenix, I'm like, you should run 1 Tifa. And you're like, why? It's like, trust me.
It'll get people. I love doing that. Is that what you're trying to stabilize?
Joinka does allow everything to deal 1 more K, which is nice, but I think that John just has way too much board presence.
Yep. Oh, that's right.
I respect
That's
that.
the way to go. I respect that too. I was
yeah,
against Mono Lightning.
yeah, that's
and
the power of FF7 title.
All right, then.
Play one forward after
Was
another.
awesome. So now we're going to pivot right over to table 1, where round 2 is getting underway.
Oh. Seeing double vision.
Whoa.
Okay, here we go. So we have Ben
I
running.
think-
Oh, I can still hear.
Yeah, we
I
can
can
still
still hear
hear
the
the-
other stream.
The other
Okay.
screen to be. Oh, there we go.
The voices in my head. But Ben piloting the top 8 deck by Brian Liu. Did you see it? The Earth Ice deck. That
Was it the one playing Goomba?
yeah, it was.
That's why I was just like fairly certain I know why Ben's playing it because it has Goomba.
I played against the guy. It's a very strong deck. Very technical deck. You do have to think a little. You actually have to think a good amount.
I honestly think that's like Ice Earth in general.
Yeah.
Ice Earth requires a lot of just correct plays
Yeah.
for it to just be really good.
Ooh, he has the Chuna pop up. So sadly, Ben was not able to find bards in time to make this deck, so he put in Jonabot.
I think that's still good.
Yeah.
being able to play 2 backups this turn seems pretty
Is that mono ice I see in 2019?
good. Yeah, I think I saw a few at the Crystal Cup.
The reason I don't like it so much as now is because a lot of its first turn plays is reliant on you having either the Sarah or Garland. Definitely the Garland more so than the Sarah, in my opinion.
Garland's really good. It really slows down your opponent and keeps them at bay, makes them play the game you want to play.
Only problem, he's so easy to remove.
Yeah,
6K is just very weak.
very big. You said it's undercurve for 3 drop? You said it's undercurve. Would you say it's undercurve for 3 drop?
Yes. I believe 3 drops should have 7K, 2 drops should have, I think it was 6, and then 1 drops are technically 4, or something like that.
Okay.
I don't know. A lot of standard, it just kind of just mixes at this point, because sadly, a lot of like just non-effect standard units don't have power levels to match their like.
Yeah.
It becomes an interesting question. Would a 4-mana 9K be too powerful? That just did nothing.
No, I don't think that'd be too powerful. 4-mana 9K did nothing.
Yeah.
I think that's fine. If you make it a standard unit, and that deck gets actually really good.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's standard units that just have, because like something like a game like Hearthstone, where it's like, oh, usually all effects warrant usually mana cost, right? So then it's usually always like just a little bit under curve somehow, and then usually there's a baseline for like all minions, and then as the payoff for not having an effect, their base stat line is just higher.
Right.
So this becomes the question: would a 4-mana 9K be possible in the future?
I think so. There's Gigas. He has 9K.
Yeah,
It's
but
a different example, but
yeah, but the trade-off is he's a monster.
yeah, and he stays dull when he attacks.
Yeah.
But I feel like that just gives standard units kind of the gas they need.
Or
Because
just
right now they're
something.
kind of getting there.
Or just something, you know what I mean?
So yeah, I think a 4-mana 9K standard unit would actually be super cool.
Because I think we're already getting to a level where I wouldn't say the power level is rising so greatly where the power creep is like unreal, but like, I mean, 4-mana 8K Knight literally is just a 4-mana 8K Knight.
Yeah.
When there's 4-mana 9Ks just running around like nobody's business.
Yeah. And you get to play multiple of them because it'd be a standard unit.
Yeah.
Okay. Play the early Veritas, get rid of his opponent's forwards. We have Ben at 3 backups to Linden at 2, holding a Edward up and a Sid. Looks like he's
also running
playing Ice Earth.
Ice Earth. This is an interesting.
Yeah, I thought I saw Flans.
He was running plans, but I was just thinking maybe just mono, because he literally opened only ice cards, so maybe it's the Splash Earth build.
Probably is, because
I think these two are dead opposites, because I think Linden's running basically the 80 ice, 20 earth percentage, while I think Ben might be running the opposite, where it's 80% earth, 20% ice.
Yeah, because you could tell because, well, Linden played Minfilia and Minor. Linden played 3 ice backups.
Linden played 6 backups, ladies and gentlemen. He played 3 earths and 3 ice.
Oh, did I say Linden twice?
Yeah.
I did. Whoopsie. I meant Ben and
Yeah.
Linden.
Let's see.
Thank you for catching that.
A big thing, though, in most matchups that aren't like mono water is actually just to keep Veritas just like dull and frozen, so they can't recur it in any way, they can't play it in any way. Although it's really scary in any deck that runs vanilla, because then that's like, cool, I always have access to them.
Yeah, all right. No longer frozen and sack something, please. Okay.
I've seen plays where someone tried to Diabolus someone's Veritas, he's like, I'll Tama out Renoa. And I was like, that is the biggest oof I've ever seen.
All right, your thing fizzles. Now sacrifice something, please. That's pretty good. That's gross.
It is. Diabolus is also one of the cards on my list. And it's only on my list because I'm also considering the idea that they released previews of the legend cards. Doesn't mean they can't change them still for the starter deck. And I still think Diabolus is just a crazy card.
Because, like, if you get rid of Diabolus, the format changes a ton.
Because that's the problem. Like, you can only run fast things because Diabolus, like, is just saying, it better do something right away or else I'm just going to kill it. Which Barret kind of warrants itself because it's more of like they give it haste and things to make it go fast. But still, just a lot of the slower cards just don't get to see play. Which is sad, in my opinion.
That's why Vaughn's a dollar card.
Dude, I remember when Vaughn was first released, people were running so much cheese decks with him, like in mono. It was kind of gross, actually. Because you play Gramus and you switch it out and you're like, I'll play it, I'll red mage it and swing. And I'm like, oh.
Draw a card, do a bunch of other stuff. Pretty good.
It's pretty crazy. But let's see. Damn, getting a cam out too. So much.
Yep.
Oh, they're going to exchange break zones.
Exchange break zone, and just keep it.
Yeah.
This.
That'd be an interesting card. I wouldn't lie. Like a backup that just says switch each other's break zones, and it's just like ruins mono water because like what do I recur from here?
Thank you for your Layla. And then you play Laylas just so that happens. You can get Vikings back.
I wish there was more cards that do more. The problem with I think the game at the moment is like it's getting kind of not. I guess kind of boring, stale, and the fact that a lot of cards just do what they're supposed to do. There's not like anything crazy going on or like some crazy wacky idea. It's like, oh, your top card is always revealed. Like experimental factor is like, oh, your top card is always revealed. You can't play any cards from hand though, but
you can, yeah.
Which actually would kind of be insane because you can ditch the cards in your hand for mana. I'd just be like, oh.
Yeah, that would be really nuts in this game.
Ooh, there's the Scale Toad.
Yeah.
And that's very strong effect.
Linden had a very good Shantoto.
Yeah, I know. With the Cam and the Veritas.
Yeah, almost like, wow. That's a lot of value because now he can't get the Veritas back unless he plays 2. Oh,
The deck list, if I remember one.
3? Oh, okay, that's it.
Yeah. Ben's still in the clear. But that is still a very strong Shan. Yeah, but Scale Toad here about to bleed a lot of cards out of his opponent's hand, especially since it's a control matchup. Which is super important.
Does Ben play Sephiroth?
Yes. Brian Lou's deck list did run Sephiroth. I ran 3.
Okay, shit. Because, like, cards really good.
I think the most of the ice cards were like 2 bards. Let's see. I forgot what the other 2 was. It's not appearing in my head. But I know a lot of it was Scale Toad, and a lot of it was
Speaking of Sephiroth.
Renault and Sephiroth. Yeah, Sephiroth.
And then just like, I heard you. Here's my Sephiroth.
Sephiroth is absolutely one of the very best ice cards at the moment that I've seen people playing.
100%. It's just like, all right, discard 2 cards. If you have an ice open and Sephiroth special, that's 4 cards right there. And it gets like ice earth or wind earth.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, I guess I lose. Now, a well-timed Sephiroth can win the game. So can a Veritas.
Both playing Scale Toad.
I wanted to run 2 Veritas in the Crystal Cup, but like I didn't like seeing 5 to 6 dark cards in my hand. I played Arc instead.
For the Mono Water matchup, if I remember you saying.
And I didn't play against Mono Water that entire weekend. So I did play Arc.
Goes to a Water Crystal Cup. Doesn't see water.
Apparently everyone else played against Water. And then, so.
I don't think your friend should have an incredible bad matchup against that deck, anywho. In my personal opinion.
It's not that bad.
Yeah.
Just like,
I've seen a lot of people instead what they do for the Veritas is they run triple Mio. And just so you can get more bounces and churches. And
that's what I was running.
Mion is also a crazy, ridiculous card if you think about it.
Yeah, because now that you have a way to sack it from your opponent's effect, you're like, cool. Veritas. Okay, Diabolus, Veritas. Okay, I'll sack with Mione. I'll put Mione, bounce, really whatever, get value. There's a play I did earlier where I already had Shantoto out, and then I did the previous play, then bounced Shantoto with Mione, and then just replayed Shantoto and wiped his board with 3 forwards.
That's the power of Mion. Getting rid of the Scale Toad here.
Yes, he wants to reminisce real bad. He misses his triple ice.
Sid Austin is still a really crazy card if you think about it. It punishes your opponent from being behind. And it's always a threat. I like it because it keeps decks like, it keeps ice like with a threat. It's like, if you do plan on just going 0 cards, then I'm gonna really wreck you.
Because then you just get to break any forward of your choice.
Oh, the reason it has the EX, I think, is a little kind of absurd. I don't think Dustin needs EX, but it's whatever. And another Sephiroth.
So much discard.
What would you want to add back to your hand at this point?
So, guys, Ian just said in chat he paid water at the Whisker Cup and it was a grave mistake.
I heard that. Can I get muted real quick? I'm gonna cough for a second.
So let's see. He adds back the Veritas. Probably going to play it this turn. Oh, hey, Christian. How's it going, buddy? So he played Minor to add Veritas back to hand, and he decides to ditch 2 Renaults.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a little hasty because he was going to ditch the Renaults anyway, so he can... Or, oh, well, it was on his opponent, so he wanted the mana back. Excuse me, I'm not thinking right now. I just had a Frosty.
Oh. Speaking of frosty, this Genesis is pretty frosty.
Ooh, that is really nice. That's super nice against this matchup.
Because now the Veritas won't be frozen or dull.
So now Linden is forced to play some stuff, or else Scaletoad's going to bleed him out of some cards. And that's not even the fact that Genesis already on the board, too. That's also going to bleed more cards.
So he needs to jam a forward or lose his hand, or both. But Linden is at 4 backups, but that's really the only upside to Ben's only 2. So if Linden can deal with Ben's board, then he's in the clear.
Although he's got him where he kind of wants him, because Sephiroth does super well against when your opponent just has no cards, because at any point you just be like, Shadow Star, yeah, and then like don't want freeze.
Yep. So good. Now he has Flan to get more card advantage too. And he's only at 1 point of damage, so like he could take the slow game.
Yeah. He can be really patient.
I think that's 2 Duke Larks in him.
Ditching a Duke. Interesting.
It was very interesting.
He had no need to do that. He has Shan and Edward. Unless he has an Edward in hand and he wants to save it, but even then, he could just...
Is this another Duke Lark?
Oh, it is? Oh,
I
wow.
think so.
Yeah, I don't see why he would have to ditch it. He would probably want to keep some cards in this form.
Oh, I think maybe because he wants that, he's planning to have no cards in hand, so he did that.
I guess, but even like the thing is Scaletoad is you kind of have to eat it, but he had cards to ditch anyway, so it didn't really matter if he ate it.
Yeah, because it had 2 dead Duke Larks in hand.
Yeah.
So.
And now he can't even bluff with the Edward. Because bluffing with Edward scares a lot of people.
It scares me.
I'm like, I mean, I'm the player who goes if he has it kind of mentality, but it's just like, still, very interesting.
Yeah, I'll just make sure to play Zidane first.
Bold move, we'll see if it pays off. Can you imagine a world where Zidane got into like ice?
I'm sorry, what was it?
Could you imagine a world where like when Zidane got into like ice?
The key to victory?
Yeah, the key to victory, dude, is 8 hours of sleep,
Oh, yes.
hash browns, and orange juice. Drink a lot of orange juice, and eat a lot of hash browns, and get an 8-hour sleep.
Yeah, you even throw some eggs in the mix. You like eggs, you know? I like to start my morning off with some sunny side up
Oh,
eggs.
dude, did I ever show? You seen me eat that burger at Old Chicago, right? The one with the fried egg and the bacon and the stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, that burger's amazing.
They look pretty good. I'm not a big burger person anymore. I have to be in the mood.
Oh, you like pizza, don't you?
Yeah, Ants. I work at a pizzeria, okay?
I feel like there's a bias here.
I
like pizza, okay?
I like pizza. I like sushi. I don't.
We have no idea. That's his decision on
Yeah.
how he wants to play.
Discard Duke. Play it. Discard Duke. Play it. I'm like,
I mean,
okay.
I think he should have just tapped the Shantoto to get the flan, and then tapped his Edward to get the flan. Or maybe even just ditch only one to get the flan effect. But
You just discard one card for the scale toad. So
but you know what? I'm not here to judge players. Well, I mean, yes, I am here to judge players. But you know what? A player makes what a player makes. Each person's line is their own. Oh wow, it's getting pretty desperate. Good princess. Especially with the fact that Linden has enough mana to pay for it, which is an interesting play. I don't know if that was a correct line.
I don't think so either, because now he's only at one backup. So as soon as Linden does something, Ben is, well, behind.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't do anything, then yeah.
Very, very interesting line, I would say. Puma. Oh, that's gross.
Yep.
And Garland's a 7K too, so it can contest with the Genesis if need be.
Yep, so now he gets to duel something. Oh, he can just duel the
Yeah,
Skeleton.
you can, but he can still double scale toad. It's
And he's probably gonna, now he can keep the Veritas frozen and then attack with something else, or attack with Sephiroth.
Well, then at this point, it becomes a question of whether or not Ben wants to trade off his Genesis, which on my point of end, I would do it. Worst comes to worst, he makes Linden ditch a card.
Attack him with the Genesis.
Because Garland would trade at best.
Yep.
And he can still get that other damage in there. It's nice.
A Wool and a Genesis, it looks like. And a Flan?
Stop shuffling your hand. I'm going to be our chat. Stop shuffling your hand.
Oh, it's Garland.
Yeah, Garland, Genesis, and I think that's a Kuja. If I can look at cards really fastly, correctly. Oh, it's a Wool. That's also really pretty good right now. He can secure board.
Yeah.
With it. Because Garland would not, because Garland doesn't really do much unless it lasts a turn. But Wool will make it so that he can just start swinging in with no fear.
Yeah, your plus DK Brave, no experts. Like, sometime Wool is pretty good.
Sometimes Wool is a good card. You heard it here first, folks.
I remember running 2 in my Earth 1 deck, and then I ended up just taking it out because it's not good for that like style of deck. Sure, it can like take ins by itself, but it didn't really do a whole lot of what I wanted it to do, and I just discarded it for CP most of the time.
Wool most of the time is a card you want to run when you want to secure a game.
That's true. I wasn't about.
But also, it's a card that literally just says, "Hey, I win attack phase," and I'm like, "Okay, cool. I won't try to contest you on that."
Attack with Brave and the expert. Okay.
Oh, there's one deck I know that can contest with it, but that's because they literally just run 5 million buffs, and that's Mono Fire. I'm gonna run Lunef, Liss, Lobro. Let's go. I don't care how big you think you are.
And you actually just surprise them with the Shulk Tifa play.
I won't lie. Rush Ice Fire I still think is a really strong deck, especially in this meta.
But like the 6 engine is just so good though.
Because
just jamming forwards, making Ben just deal with all. Oh, there's a Shantoto with enough cards in hand. I think he just goes in with the Veritas.
Goes with the Veritas. Swing with the Undead Person still, because you want them to trade it off so you can have it in your drop if need be. Even though he already has one in drop, I don't know why it would matter too much.
There we go. This will help Ben catch up.
Let's see if he makes the right decision here.
Attack with Princess.
Get rid of one of your forwards. You obviously know he's going to Shan. Personally.
That way you just have at least have it in the graveyard. Okay. Oh, sacrificing the Flan instead of the Carbuncle.
I don't think that was the right one.
Well, it looks like what he did though.
Yeah, I would have probably just gotten rid of the Garland.
Yeah.
If I saw my opponent that far behind and starting to swing with Veritas, I'd been like, okay, he's gonna Shan.
That would have been very smart. It's not like, well, fine still would be nice to keep spinning it. Well, yeah, there's almost no cards in there, so.
We'll see.
Gotta love them Ice Earth matches. Nice long grindy games.
It's the $15 card.
What?
Imperial, the $15 card.
Imperial's $15 or?
No, I think you were there. We were joking around with Merlin that Imperial was a $15 card.
Oh, okay. No,
And he was just like, no, it's not. And we're like, yeah, it is. And he was like, really? And we're like, yeah, dude.
You didn't know that?
You just pulled a $15 card. You should feel proud of yourself.
It really feels
Merlin, if you're watching, we love you.
And then you just ruin his dreams. Like, no, it's
That's an interesting card to run.
Zidane.
Yeah. Because you can play with the Garland 9.
Oh yeah, good guns that you drop.
Yeah. It's also a draw.
Or you can activate.
I've always liked the Zidane. I always wondered if you want to run it in Fire Water like the VV one with 9.
Yeah,
Because then you're running all those backups anyway. You're like, for 2 mana, I'll just activate everything again. I was like, okay, that's kind of insane.
Oh, find his own Gyarados. Yeah, how many times have we saw Veritas that have been played this game?
I think. So I know we saw like 3 on Ben's side, and I think we've seen. This is the first one on
Linden side?
London side. His name's right there, but I can't see without my glasses. So like, I don't know.
What are you doing?
I don't have my glasses on.
Like, if you
Yeah,
could do
but
that,
like,
yeah.
I was about to go over there and be like, oh yeah.
Linden?
Buddy?
Are you doing okay?
I guess that's why he's also running the Imperio. Which isn't bad. He can search for the Zidane, and then when it dies. I've seen a lot of people try to find value off that. Because
That's
Imperials is technically just a 2-card search.
Yeah, if you're wanting to play Light and Darks.
I believe it's character, because if it isn't, I'm just saying you can search Medina off that, and then search for a dark character afterwards. But I need to make sure. I'm pretty sure it was character.
Because if it's character, you can grab Chaos or Colors.
Because when it enters the field, you tap 1 ice, and then you get to search for a light character, I think.
Oh,
And
nice
then when
Genesis here.
Yeah, the Genesis is really good. Allows him not to pressure.
But
He wants to keep Linden down as much as possible so he can just get to the mill game.
But yeah, if he has some way to just dual freeze the
Genesis,
he wins.
and I think he does. Oh, yep. He's just gonna add like a Genesis or something.
Yeah, that Genesis.
Yep, that's game. Sadly. Too bad Chaos doesn't count as an Earth. Because if it was, I'll break my last 2 backups to play Undead Princess. Save me.
All right, so we have a little bit of time here. So we're going to go to the last round between Deshante and Linden and see how Linden got here.
Okay.
All right, let's
Right
see.
on.
I think Deshante might be running, I think it was Earth Wind 7. So just basically an upgrade of the pre-con.
She's good. Deck is sweet. Anyone new to the game, I definitely suggest picking up that deck because you can play competitive right off the bat. Add 3 cards to it, you're good.
Honestly, that's a lot of the starter decks nowadays.
Yeah.
They're making starters really good.
That's why I'm gonna order, I think, like 3 of the next one.
Oh, of the double?
Just so I have all the 4s and then also have decks for you to play with.
I already told you my plan for it. I'm only gonna order 1 because I'm gonna get people with the fact I'm gonna run 1 foil, 1 non-foil, and 1 full art non-foil. And people are like, no, it needs to be all 1. And I'm like, no.
I heard just the sigh coming from TJ. Just the, oh god.
The early Sephiroth is really scary.
Probably what gets him this game.
Probably. Yeah, that's the crazy thing about Sephiroth. Most of the time, you can just drop him on turn after you're done playing your backup. It's just the value off of it is crazy.
Yeah, because I was just able to just play the Edward, get him to 0 cards in hand, and then dual freeze the Chocobo. All according to plan.
All according to Keikaku.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Because now he could just attack with the Sephiroth, dual freeze the Vanilla, and still get in 4 point of damage. And he also has a Sid Reigns in hand. How big is Chocobo?
I think 3K because it's a 1 mana.
Okay.
This is going to be bad. I don't want to look. I'm going to take off my glasses. Yep. Sadly, I don't think the deck runs enough EX bursts to warrant anything.
I think as long as Linden keeps the pressure in. Oh, playing Imperio instead. Okay.
Well, then again, Chocobo really can't do much in this situation.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna wait and just do it next turn.
I know why Deshante runs it though. He's trying to get a. I think he's trying to get enough characters to do the starter deck cloud effect. Which I won't lie, is actually pretty. When it happens, and you're just like, oh.
I feel pretty good.
That's crazy.
But most of the time it doesn't.
Yeah. I like it probably better the Fire Earth version.
I'm honestly excited for Fire Earth next Opus just because of the 6-drop.
The Garland?
Yeah.
Dude, that Garland is spooky.
Card advantage.
Heretic Neck Garland. Yeah.
Now all we need is a card that returns removed from the game cards back into the deck.
Oh, you're talking about the Legend. Oh, now?
Yeah.
Yeah, now I think it's a great. I like it. I don't think it's crazy, but a lot of people are instantly dismissing it. I think it's a good card.
I like it. I think it's cool.
I also, after like how I first initially thought about Cloud, I'm giving cards more benefit of the doubt. Because when I first saw Cloud, I was like, this card is garbage.
The 5-drop EX?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we see it in play, and I'm like, okay, this card's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty bad. I was like, guy played against me. I was like, oh, it's actually not half bad.
Although the meta changed a lot more than we would expect it.
Yeah. I mean, I expected Veritas to be a top player, but not as much as, you know, is warped to format. I definitely went, yeah, Veritas is a card. It's going to be, you know, the card. But
at first, I honestly thought Rain was going to take it like by a large shot, but no. Although I did remember that, like, at the beginning of the Opus, all I was running were Rain decks, and people were like, what do I do?
Yeah, I love the Water Wind Rain variants, because they can just explode and kill you out of nowhere. Because you play, like, Warrior Light, and then you're like, Viking, Rain Special, kill you.
This is why Viking is the one that needs to be.
You right.
I'm just messing.
Because like you can go play Refia, and then everything costs 4 bucks, so you're like, okay, play 3-drop Viking for 2. I'm playing this Viking for free, and I'm drawing a card. I'll play my other Viking for 1, other Viking for 1. Okay, 3-drop. Rain Special. Feel my path. Because the attack of Rain, that's -2/+2, and they swing with Warrior Light, that's +2. And now all your standard units are bigger than their forwards.
A fun one I've been messing around with is Icewind, and you just run Snow and like all the DGS Trooper stuff with the Warrior.
Yep.
This is a brew of his own, but it's mostly because poor man doesn't have enough cards to himself. So
He used to.
yeah, but he had other things he saw as a higher priority. Decided to give the game a break. Gave his collection to Jeff, I think.
Yeah, he sold a lot of it and then gave the rest of it to Jeff.
And then he came back and was like, you know what, maybe I'll just play a little bit more casual. I was like, yeah, sure, I don't see no problem in that. And I've told him multiple times, though, if he needs anything, he's more than willing to ask, and I'll let him borrow some stuff.
Yeah,
like, it's okay.
That's
Same
that
here.
patented Final Fantasy TCG friendliness right there.
Like, in fact, Richard's playing my deck tonight.
Mm.
It's like, Christian, can I play this? I'm like, sure.
But I didn't see him in round 2, so we'll see how that's faring later.
Well, the deck is hard to find. He's never played it before, so... And he caught a Semi-Lufina, and I'm like... I didn't know the top list, you know, got away with 2 with Semi-Lufina, but I like the 3 for the consistency. But at the same time, you have Star Sybil, so you
Yeah.
can play it and go find it. But
I
just
do
like-
believe that the most powerful thing about Star Sybil is it can cost 1, which is where the Sammy comes in.
Yep.
Aerith.
One card in hand. That's what Linden likes to hear.
That's what Ice Earth players love to listen to.
Oh, one card in hand. Oh, perfect.
Yeah, makes
Two
life
cards
easy.
in hand. Oh, Sephiroth special.
And then they see like Mono Water, and they're like 5 cards in hand. You're like, ugh.
And their stuff is bigger than mine. Their board is bigger than mine. Their hand's bigger than mine.
It's not easy being cheesy.
Yeah, the fact that Mono Water can go wide and then you get rid of the board, and then they reload their hand, and then they go wide again.
Dude, I won't lie. Like Veritas is cool and all. I still like Mono Water Knights, like with the rain, because a lot of the times, water just can't push with their smaller stuff. But like with rain, it's just like
Gives them that nice
just
little
goes.
edge.
And I'm like, it fits. Rain is a water card. It's in his namesake. Also, an 8K rain is spooky.
Oh yeah, because then it goes to 10K, right?
Yeah.
And then everything gets -2. And you're like,
And they're like, I don't want to fight this. And I'm like, yep.
I'll take it. You're like, yep.
Let's
I
not
knew you
even let's not even go into the fact that Cognazzo works with his first ability still work.
You know, it's been like so nice to see how much we progress, because now during the downtime we can just go to the match prior and just insert whatever video, and it's awesome. Having no downtime is always fantastic.
Man, it's been a while since we went from, let's see, we literally just had their names up onto the top, and then I think that was it. Yeah, there wasn't even like,
Remember when we had the cameras on people?
yeah, and I was just like,
You're like, oh great, now people can look at my face.
and I'm like, ooh. The 5-cost Vincent is a very spicy card.
How do you feel about the new Vincent coming out?
I think
Like
that card's insane. Like, you know what Earth needed more? Ways to break their own backups.
Yeah. It's like, all right, I'll break my Mew, and then, all right, I'll break your thing. Okay, cool.
Like,
Give me
I'm
a-
already saying this right now. Earth wins 7, but all you do is backup disruption.
Said I would.
You run Sid Highwind, you run the 3-cost Vincent, you run the 5-cost Vincent that searches for the 3-cost Vincent.
Wait, Hecacontier, Alexander.
You can run Sephiroth, 1 8-cost Sephiroth just to go for it. Like, you're gonna set your opponent so far back they don't even know what to do.
I want a Monster Pot just to get that extra Sephiroth value, and then, you know, do some mid-battle tricks to save their guys.
And book I'm taking from John Smith's book of playing Earthwind. You run Arden.
Yeah.
Did you see that deck list where he ran triple Arden?
Yeah, and he ran Vanilla, so you could go play Vanilla, and then
Are you talking about the
Wait, are you-
patented Seattle Immortality deck?
Oh yeah.
I love Jod. He's
Yeah.
fantastic. Really good player.
He always brings something really fun to look at. Like
And then Edward's list was spicy, too.
oh, I love Edward's list. The Smiths are really good players. They always bring something fun. If anything, they will always bring something entertaining to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Does he have Mateus in him?
I would be so spooked.
I was playing this deck that played like 5 different colors, and it played like a one of Mateus, one of Exodus, a one of Zolaria, a one of Gal, a one of Euronjay.
Oh, so Chocobos. Chocobos. Or not Chocobos, Moogles.
Okay, yeah, it was with the Leo engine.
Dude, because like Moogles, like, you saw what I did. I'd always be like Diabolos, and I was like, all right, Moogle search.
Yep.
I'll search for Carbuncle.
Carbuncle.
3-cost Carbuncle, spooky.
I think no one sees it coming. It's like Phoenixing. What's up?
Yeah. The Vincent Special is definitely something that's going to kill the Veritas, and then Chocobo will die. Oh, and he'll sack the Vanilla. A safe choice.
Yeah, just get rid of Hecatontir you need. And I love how much more relevant the 3-drop Hecatontir is now compared to the 2-drop.
There's so much like nice 3-cost backups to break with it.
Star Sybil. Star Sybil.
Dude, breaking that Aerith is actually really good.
Yeah, guys, I've been like, well, there goes my protection.
And it's super. But he does have the ability to protect it.
I wanted to play Sephiroth in my Icewind deck, or Wind Earth deck.
The one of.
Yeah, the one of. Maybe even just like a 2 of. But I was like, I think it's too much. I think I like what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, it's definitely a card you have to commit to. That's the only problem.
Yeah, and I didn't like committing to it. So.
Because he gets most value if you build around him, but if you don't, he's just a ditch too, at best.
Yeah, full grip I see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 or 5. I can't remember tell. I think Deshante just has 1. I just noticed his deck list, that trailer though.
That trailer though.
For real, that trailer though, it's so pretty.
It looks very nice.
Like Aerith, I was like, oh, she's gorgeous. I've actually never beaten 7 or played it past the part where Aerith gets captured.
Well, you can either they have it on Steam and Switch now.
I have it on Steam. I'm trying to do a 100% run without even playing it before.
Have fun.
Yeah,
getting Knights of the Round is a tough task.
That's what I hear. Right now, I'm trying to get 99
Those
ghost
sweet,
hands.
sweet Geisel greens.
I love Chocobo breeding.
Yeah, I think what takes 16 hours to breed the right chocobo, something like that. Never actually played the game, so I don't know. I've just heard stories.
At least you haven't done Final Fantasy 9 speed runs. All like literally just trying to get Excalibur 2. Because you have to get to basically the end of the game with 12 hours.
Oh.
But you get the most powerful weapon in the game. It is gross.
I've never played 9 before, so
It's a good Final Fantasy.
I have to play all of them, so.
It's what I consider probably what I think of when I think of Final Fantasy. But anywho. Yeah, I think one of the best things you can do against ice most of the time is if you can just build wide. But the problem with that against Earth is they run Shantoto.
Which, well, Linden's had Shantoto in his hand for a bit.
I think someone did something for 3 mana. That's crazy.
It doesn't matter. It's Shantoto.
I mean, Deshante, it is not your fault for what your opponent does not read. I'm going to say that now. It is your opponent's job to read your cards, not your own. But it is your job to know your own cards.
I got that down. Sometimes.
Wait, Phoenix revives at 3? That's crazy. That's crazy.
I thought it was just 2 drops. That's the 4-drop Phoenix.
Oh.
Oh, the actually. It means he might be rethinking his decision.
I won't lie, Linden's pretty, I think, sometimes really greedy with his, if it says Shans. I mean, don't get me wrong, it works out like a good amount of the time, but still, really greedy.
Yeah, I think like that was the perfect time to Shantoto because his opponent has no cards in hand, gets rid of the board, and he has Genesis in hand. So if he plays a forward, he can just play Genesis.
Like the instant his opponent plays a plays a Y'shtola,
It's over.
It becomes a whole different ball game. Like,
But knowledge, I think Linden knows that Deshante doesn't have Y'shtola.
because that's money.
Oh, go ahead. I think he just really wanted to keep his Sephiroth out. That's why he did Shantoto and wanted to keep Epwood up.
He does, but it's like it's such a greedy play, in my opinion.
Because like, I think 4 forwards is pretty good with Shantoto, and his opponent has no cards in hand, so there's no way to just fill his board back up. Sure, you use your Zidane and Sephiroth, but you have the Genesis in hand.
so you can just freeze whatever comes in and Dolan freeze and then just like play off that.
But I guess it turns out Aero didn't matter this game anyway, since we saw Linden in the next game. So just trying to.
So what about those spoilers from the Japan stream?
Spoiler's been pretty sweet and pretty fun. I only remember the lightning one at the moment.
There is also there's Heretic Knight Garland, which I think it was if something was put into the break zone, if I remember correctly, it costs 3 less. It's like a 5 mana, so it becomes a 2 mana. It has a really weird active ability where for 6 mana, 2 Earth and 4 colorless, this card gains the ability when this card declares an attack, deal 6k to all your opponent's wards. And I'm just sitting here like, you can Manus Van Worm back that. That's kind of spooky. But it is a big investment cost.
Oh, hey.
All right,
Hello.
round 3 is going to be up in 1 moment. We're going to have Linden versus Dustin for first place here. So a couple seconds there. So Linden's deck in the end. So that's a brew, or is that a deck that was pulled from the Crystal Cup?
It was probably like at least represented in the Crystal Cup, but it's been a pretty common deck where it's ice, earth, flans, but usually mostly in ice or earth based, depending on what the player wants.
It's like an Earth Splash for 3 Cecil, 2 Shantoto, 3 Flam.
Something like that, yeah. I saw that he was running, but instead he was running more backups with it, like Lael. Not much forwards other than Wool, I think. I didn't really. I think I saw maybe like a 1 Cecil or 2, but.
Okay, yeah, I think he probably opted for more Wolves over Cecil, so he's probably like playing like a 1 to 2 Cecil split.
To be honest, I was surprised to see that that kind of first tier Final Fantasy 9 Zidane, light Zidane, being played in that deck. That's kind of interesting to me. I don't remember that being a card that's being played usually in the competitive meta.
I think the reason why is he's going for, well, it's a nice versatile card. You get a lot of draw, or you can either draw or discard. Rarely do you use the activate unless you're being a funny little guy. But yeah, it's not bad for just those, because with the Garland 9, it is a 2 mana ditch one, which is a way stronger Argath. And he probably just uses it for like ditch fodder against like either chump blocking. I guess the Veritas is not bad either, because it's like, oh, I play my Veritas, like, oh, I'll kill my Xanadane, so then I can play my own Veritas. Because I feel a lot of the times Veritas matchups come out to who Veritas is first. That gives the opponent the best time to Veritas second. Which means they get to put their Veritas in the break zone as a response to the first Veritas, which then makes your opponent have to ditch something in the end anyway.
So they lose the Veritas and they lose, well, character.
Yeah.
It's so surprising to watch the fact that Argath now is being played. I remember about 9-10 months ago before the ice ban, everyone was like, this card's bad, not good enough to make the list, and now you're seeing it, actually seeing play.
Well, yeah, it's something very common in like Yu-Gi-Oh! Too, where it's like, well, this card is garbage because this card exists, but then this card gets banned, so then this card becomes the next best thing. So just kind of like downgrading a little bit to get something a little bit better. And I never thought Argath was bad, just outclassed by Thaumaturge at that point.
Yeah, Thaumaturge, you could play multiple.
Yeah,
Thaumaturge?
But now that we can't play Thaumaturge in Standard, Argath is a really good card.
It allows you, you have Skeleton, you have now Argath, just even the one of, and people also played the Sarah as well, just to get that extra discard.
So you guys, do you know much about Dustin's deck, Somnus? The same deck he played during the Crystal Cup, it looks like.
I have no idea what he played for
So
Crystal
he's
Cup.
running a Mono Earth 15 build, where they kind of get a lot. It's kind of nice because it gives Earth kind of like a foundation to like sit on, where they get like Search. They get a little bit more consistency. They get some EX searchers in there in the form of mostly just Ignis. Noctis can hit a few things once in a while, not very often.
Yeah, but 2 is not a lot.
But gives the deck a little bit more consistency. Gives the deck a little bit more speed too, because getting out Gladio for 2 mana is really strong, especially on a 9 mana, or not 9 mana, 9k attacker. And then when you get the Ignis, you just have a really consistent board of just big Braves.
Random question, do you know if he's playing Vanille in the Hexacon tier package?
I know he's running 6 cost Vanille. Because a lot of the way mono earth I think beats mono water is you just have to play really big guys
okay.
really
So
quick.
you played the vanilla, then you played your
Gladio. And
Gladio.
then you just have an 8-9K just beating them down, and while they're trying to set up, it's like I can't even kill this with like my current like 3-4 mana board of Nicole and Cag. I need like 5 mana stat.
No problem.
All right, now we're going to see the last match of the night. 2 undefeateds here.
Ooh,
Linden Tai and Dustin Koo.
Oh, this is gonna be rough.
You asked me muted one more time.
Okay. It's real, Nick. Hours. Ugh. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is I. I'm sorry you had to deal with me. All right, let's see what these. Oh my gosh, everything's just going everywhere. That's all good. All right. Linden taking second. Dustin taking first. Which, a really crazy thing about Earth is they're kind of like mono water in the fact they get really dangerous once they can set up 5 backups, because basically they just play a super efficient minion each turn. He has Kate Sif and Miner in his first hand. That's a really good turn 1 play, giving him a lot of extra and a Minfilia. Oh my goodness, this is so much speed turn 1. I would honestly ditch a lot just to play the Minfilia into the Miner, and then he could play the Kate Sif next turn. We'll see what he thinks is the proper play. That's nice. Really not playing the Kates. Ooh, getting the early Carbuncle out. That's also very. This allows him to play either Edward or Dukelarg, and getting that Edward out turn 1 is very strong too. I find it interesting that Dustin didn't decide to play something super early. He could have played the Kate Sif, and his turn 2 would have been the Minfilia with no hesitation, in my opinion. He could then add also back the Noctis, which allows him to make his next play after playing the Minfilia and the Kate Sif, even if he wants to wait. But we'll see. We'll see when he wants. Ooh, getting the Sarah out as well is really strong. He's giving Dustin a lot of problems by just keeping him down, which is hard for Earth to really recur or will come back really fastly because there's just so much going on. The discard, and now I'm just kind of rambling on. Anywho, but with the discard, it kind of keeps Dustin at bay a little bit. Is that a Scale Toad in hand? I think. I know I see Sarah and Sephiroth and another Edward. Zidane. Okay, no, these only has 5. So he's probably going to play the Sarah here. And I'm wondering if he's going to also play the Zidane just so he can get the other. Yeah, he's going to do it. And then my other commentator is back. So basically, hey, how's it going? Anywho,
It's going well.
turn 1, actually turn 0, Linden played
It's
Carbuncle.
kind of funny. It's kind of funny, guys. Dustin right now, for our fans watching, is saying, "What the hell is this?" over and over again as Linden pulls out kind of a turbo discard thing. And it's like,
It's like, oh, I mean, no one's like, this card is a really powerful mechanic. It'll always stay a really, especially in any game with like hand size, a very small hand size limit on that guy. 5 cards is very small.
Sorry, I don't think I've ever seen turn 0 Carbuncle yet, and I've always wanted to. And now he's able to just play the Sarah, and then was it Zidane?
Actually, no, he played the backup Carbuncle turn 0, and then afterwards he played Edward.
Or he played Edward, and then the next turn played Sarah Zidane.
Yeah.
Oh, no, the gross.
Yeah. Oh, it's time for the comeback.
Double EX burst?
Yeah. He didn't get anything off the Noctis, but he's going to get a Noctis off the Ignis. I thought Ignis was you got to search any of the character category 9 for, or not category 9, category 15 forwards. It's only Noctis.
Oh, it's just Noctis.
There goes my card knowledge. Boing. But this is a pretty good time to Shanto though. if he has it. I think I saw it in his hand, but he's had like a lot of like recurring with like. Let's see, he has a Lael. He has the Arden. He has the Minor. Whoa.
Skirting wall.
Yeah, I don't think he has a He's gonna play the Arden. That's a very. Oh man, that's a feels bad against this matchup. I don't know if that was the right play because
he's dual freeze.
Arden's really good in like matchups where he can't be stopped really easily, and sadly, Ice just really doesn't care.
Oh, it's like, all right, I don't care that you can't be broken. I'm going to keep you dull.
Okay, but don't worry, just FFTCG, please give me the power to win. Remember, I have seen people turn their spite and anger into the most sackiest plays ever.
Yeah?
Man takes his rage into a strong play. Sadly, he's not able to join us tonight.
Yeah.
But I do believe he's in chat. If you are in chat, Ian. Hi, Ian.
I believe he is.
Oh, this is going to be... I think... Yep, that's...
Yeah, it's Ian.
That's Ian.
He told me, he's like, yep, I'm going to be on that Twitch chat. And I'm like...
My good buddy Ian. I'm just kidding, Bubby. I love you.
That means we're getting extra views for each, each time he jumps.
But yeah, Dustin's in a really uncomfortable position here. Unlike me, I'm in a really comfortable position, but he is not. He doesn't have Shan to deal with this board. Genesis and Sarah and Zidane are going to come swinging. He doesn't have his 3-cost Noctis because I think he ditched it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he does have the Shan.
Oh, but he does have the Shan, so okay, that's good.
Yeah, perfect.
That's fine. That's perfect.
100%. Yeah, get rid of all 3 of his forwards.
Yeah, I don't know if that Arden was
not.
the play there. I would have just played something. I don't know, like something small. Yes. Sure.
Why is Ian calling me right now?
Because I bet he's trying to get your attention. Ian, please don't call us while we're on commentary. Thank you.
I am street, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
I'm not gonna just answer my phone.
Let's see. What do we got going? Cooking. Ooh.
Yes, I know I missed a call from Ian. Thank you for letting me know.
Oh no, it does that automatically. Anywho, yeah. Let's see. Although that Shan was pretty big, a lot of resources were played onto. But let's see. Linden now has Shan totaled, so he can also wait with that too. Because Mono Earth can't play a lot of efficient things, but a big thing is like blowing them out. So what's he gonna?
Interesting. I thought maybe he was gonna play the Duke and just try to keep up in backups, but he probably
he probably is.
Oh, okay, he's
That's
just
good.
doing both.
Yeah. So now he has to.
Going Nana, okay. Is that a Veritas, I see?
You think so?
Or is that a foil Heck Hunter?
Ooh.
Okay.
Knock. Like a top 2. Undead. And a cross. Not today. Oh, switch.
Swap.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, I was about to say Judge. Oh, he's just calling me to acknowledge that he heard.
Oh, okay. Can Garland? I forget. Garland can freeze backups?
Yeah, I think it's just character.
Okay. That's fine. Dude, I'm so deprived from like playing. At the beginning, yep.
Character? What were you saying?
I'm so deprived from playing, I don't know my cards anymore.
Right.
This is what happens when you judge.
Yeah, I haven't been playing a whole lot recently. I played a lot at the Crystal Cup. That was about it. It's been working.
But yeah. Ooh, this can get kind of spicy.
Okay. Tapping down the Edward is showing they just have Edward in hand, possibly. just trying to keep up the pressure as much as he can. Dustin just blocking. Okay. Dustin's only at 4.
Garland putting into work here, forcing the opponent to be playing at his pace.
Oh yeah, because now the Chateau is frozen. Now he's dulled in, and now he's only working with 2 backups. So that way, Linden being at 3 feels a lot better because his opponent is playing at 2. Playing Prompto, now he's at 5 backups. All right. I like where this is going.
Prompto has went from like an okay, decent card to a really good card because Mono Water got really popular.
And it's like 4/4. They're like, ah, perfect. Let me kill 2 of them.
And I will remove the Veritas.
I forget that clause. He has to remove, right?
Yeah. I wonder if he's just going to set up by just getting out all the lands and stuff here. Or he's probably going to play the Scale Toad. Yeah. Deshante's popping off.
Was that Deshante?
I can tell.
Okay. You're barely here. It was super high pitched. I wasn't sure.
I think Deshante's just like, "Ah." Let's see. Ooh, he got to his the Noctis that you do want to see in this deck, which is the 3 cost,
They're dropping, yeah.
which gives you a lot of play. You guys are gonna, and he has the 1 card in hand. Ooh,
Ooh.
pretty good.
Well, now his opponent can go flan, get rid of the card, and play Shantoto. Or just keep the flan if he wants, and just Shantoto. Or just wait for the value, because he hasn't taken any damage
Is
yet.
that a pretty common line to play the Vanille right into the Noctis? Is that kind of the expected play?
A lot of people, what they do is usually play Vanille into, probably they would rather want Gladio, because it's just a bigger forward.
Or just playing a different list.
Or if you like to go the Nick Nguyen route, you go Vanille, Yang, Ursula. And I'm just like, I have 3 forwards, have fun.
Ah, pass turn.
You do a turn 1 and they're like, what do I?
Do I have my Shantoto? If you don't, you're losing.
Oh, what's that? You're playing Mono Water? I like where this is headed.
Like, what do I do? Veritas? Sure, that's a lot of resources there, bud.
With no setup, I'm fine with this.
Gladio.
Gladio.
With 1 card in hand still. Oh, did he do the exact what I was talking about? Yeah, I think he did. Breaking the flan for the... Ooh, there we go.
Sarah for the discard. Ooh.
Is it 2 backups?
No, it's Arden.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Ooh, that's a
that
good
was
hit.
a good hit.
Arden,
Alright.
the Unbreakable. But, yeah, I've, ever since Chris looked up, I've had a different look on Arden, where the whole point is you more just burn your opponent's resources through them.
Yep.
Which is nice. I always thought he would be a card like that.
And then Jonathan, made everyone realize you just have to slap down Vanille first, so you can play against the Fanfrit and the Veritas, and just keep Arden alive, and you win the game.
My eyes are open.
The glasses are off.
The system is down. Although Dustin's in kind of like a good bad spot. He has a lot of like recursion with his minor still, and he has 2 forwards, but his opponent just has 5 cards in hand, which is scary, especially for Mono Earth.
Yeah, all he needs to do is just keep the forward throwing frozen, just go in there with the Sarah. He could take damage all day. He's only at 1. Although Arden is brave, so.
Arden is pretty strong, but again, against ice, that's one of Arden's hardest matchups because Dolan Freeze is a mechanic.
So all he needs to do is freeze again. At this point, you can probably sack the Scale Toad to dole the Arden, and then just keep it frozen with, I think he had Glacia in hand.
Oh, well, second is Geotoad. Well, Dover's. Oh, he's getting Amphilia back. Probably going to get the
Genesis and something else. He might play the Genesis this turn.
I could see that. That's probably the line that's going to about to appear here.
They're just keeping the resources. Okay. He wants to run the resource game and try to deal with Arden and Gladius the best he can, instead of just getting in there for damage.
Understandable.
Nah, I could just keep Gladius up.
Interesting. I think one of the very strong cards that you want in this matchup is Noctis, because it just doesn't care what position it is to get its effect off. And it should be slightly bigger than mostly what Ice has.
It'll be 8K with the Intercross.
Yeah, even if they have the Duke Larg, it should be naturally just 1K bigger, so that it has a lot of good ways to deal with stuff.
Go for your doctors. Oh, sure, I'm still getting that effect if he hit me. Bring it.
I've also heard discussions of people wanting to ban Cactar, not only for the Dottaluma combo, but also because just the threat with a Noctis on board.
Yeah, because with Cactuar on 4 going to 5, trigger on the stack, you can Cactuar, bring yourself to 6, and then once the first Noctis resolves, you're at actually still 6. So you're able to break another thing.
Yeah, and it's just so much like it's essentially another board wipe.
If you're set up right, you can break 5 forwards. You got 2 fight effects, you got the Cactuar, and 2 break effects. All right, what's going on?
So, Judge Nick, what's going on here?
I can go check. I'll be back.
Okay. It looks like it's my turn to take over the couch. Looks like they're just resolving an issue here. We looked away for a second. Okay. Yeah, okay, so the situation is nothing's changed yet. Dustin was drawing 2 cards. And I didn't hear any of it else yet, but I'm sure once Nick comes back, he'll be able to explain it in full detail. Once Nick comes back, I'll be able to know what's going on. Because I only caught half of that. Head judge Christian. Yeah, I'd be a bad head judge. Well, I mean, if I'm paying attention, I'm a good judge, but I obviously wasn't paying attention there. Okay, so it looks like they resolved their issue. And I'll have Nick explain it to us. Okay, what was the situation? I didn't quite
basically, they forgot to resolve Scale Toad.
Oh, okay, so they just rewind, discarded the card.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
I mean, I could have put 2 cards back, but personally knowing the matchup, there's nothing he would really have done. So I'm just like, okay, yeah, it's whatever.
Gotcha.
And it's a local, so he's gonna get super upset.
Yeah. It's not like
And before everyone's getting super upset in chat right now.
At least it's not Black Mage.
We will not discuss that subject here.
Is that a sensitive subject around here?
I think it's just more of a kind of
something we should move fast on.
For now. Until I can't say anything, so.
So it looks like he's debating on what to discard for Glacia. That was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Only Sid Reigns had like haste.
Stop.
Everything just have haste now.
We're playing Yu-Gi-Oh now. Everything just has haste.
Oh, that's why Yu-Gi-Oh is so like busted, because nothing really has a cost outside of cards. You know, say do this, but for the most part, outside of that, there's no cost.
Well,
to play
there's
the cards.
tribute summon.
Yeah.
But like, who cares when you can just play everything for free?
Alright, I'll play this, search for this, play this, search for this. Okay, I'll link. Okay, search for this. I'll play this. Okay, I have a full board.
It's basically just imagine like blue-white in like Magic, but let's say just get set up turn 1. That's basically Yu-Gi-Oh at the moment. I'll have my Teferi. I'll have full hand. I'll have all my lands up. Let's
Okay,
go.
Alteferi.
So this is an interesting card, the Yojimbo card. I haven't seen that being played very often.
Yeah, no, people usually run Yojimbo, Hecaton Care, things that do battle damage with each other because Arden doesn't care.
Doesn't very care.
It
You also
just-
play the Titan package as well.
Yeah.
This
It's
is
just
all 3 packs.
Yeah.
Let's go.
doesn't care, let's fight. I think Dustin runs Raubon too. So it's just most of the time it just doesn't care. It also allows it so that there's no interruptions most of the time. Because the only thing that can really interrupt it is like Famfrit. Because they're like, oh, I'll apply this much damage before it gets buffed or something, or before the fight happens. And it's like, well, Arden just doesn't care. So.
Yeah. Unless they have Famfrit and you don't have another dude to sack.
Unless they have a really powerful Leviathan.
So you're just keeping this Arden down. And later in the game, he could just is sack a character dual Arden?
No, Arden just can't block.
Arden just can't block. Oh, okay. Got it. Wait, Garland, yeah, I'm just trying to slow Dustin down here.
Oh man, he's in a bit of a
Drawing Jito Marigito.
just dull one of his backups.
Blowing that and across.
He can ditch a card. I think he drew Ignis, play Ignis, and then ditch another card and play Noctis. And I mean, I think that spooked his opponent from even trying to attempt to attack, because even if Garland did swing in, he would get the fight effect.
Still pretty good. But yeah, I think Dustin is not looking good here. Because he has to deal with the Narland slowing them down. His Arden's going to be constantly frozen or just can't block. Jess is going to be able to get in for value too.
I don't think he runs Undead Princess either, so he doesn't have any of those tricks. And he's not a madman like me, so he doesn't run the 1 Scarmillion to bring back with Miner.
Yeah. Scarmillion, oh my god. Back attack.
I'm just saying, it comes up a lot more than you would think. But comes up less than you'd hope. Yeah, probably gonna switch for 3-cost Noctis.
And then maybe discarding to play the Noctis.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, sometimes they're like, I have game. He has nothing but a Miner and a card and like 2 cards in hand or whatever, right? And I'm just like, cool, we'll just switch for me. or just like, well, he can't finish. He's Earth. They don't have enough they don't have any like haste or anything. Even if he does dull all my forwards.
So I'm gonna.
Oh, during your end step, I'll play Scar. Genesis? Let's see. I'm pretty sure
He got it back with Philly, didn't he?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because he played a Genesis earlier, and then he grabbed it back with Minfilia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I saw. And kept the Jess's in hand instead of playing that turn like he thought he would. How many cards did Dustin have in it? Or Dustin?
Then he has
0.
He has 0 because he had to tap 1, and then he ditched 1 to play Ignis.
Gotcha.
And
And
then
there's
he
a Sid
ditched-
Alistide in hand.
Yeah.
That's what I was asking. I was like, oh, that's pretty good. No cards in hand, so just nothing.
Ooh, the
Oh,
Titan.
Titan.
You probably just want to do it on the Garland, so
Things don't.
you have
tapped.
all that mana next turn to do something.
That way his stuff doesn't keep stayed frozen because of Narland.
Yeah. Nah, man, it's I call it, or as Ian likes to call it, he calls it the Perez special.
The Perez special, the EX burst.
You run 5 to get 4.
Yeah, I heard about that, and I watched it. I was like, I can't believe this is actually happening.
Some say only those deserving get EX burst.
I played against Perez in the Crystal Cup. Really nice dude. Ended up losing it to him. I made a really cool play, and then he was able to stabilize after that, and I made a play to where he was able to Glacia, freeze and kill my guy, and then I lost from there.
Oof. Yeah,
Still good, though.
Glacia seems to be like the only ice summon I see nowadays.
So Ian just said in chat, legend has it that one day Arden will indeed activate.
I mean, if Linden knows what's good for him, he will make sure that will not happen. Adding back the Noctis. That's a good card to add back.
Because he's at 5 right now.
He's at 5, yeah, so very safeguard play.
Just have another Sid Alstein in hand.
I see an Edward.
Because he'd be able to just crack Flan and play Sid Alstein, breaking the Noctis.
Let's see. It comes down to this point. Would you swing with Ignis? Personally, yes. At this point, you kind of need to start making the run back.
Otherwise,
and you kind of need to put your bet that Noctis just survives.
Otherwise, you're just going to...
You're just going to be behind the entire game.
Yeah.
Because one of your attackers is already going to be frozen because of Garland the entire game. So at this point, you need to start swinging in for damage. Personally, that's what I think should be happening.
Looks like we just passed and trying to play super safe.
There's nothing wrong with that. I just still think. Obviously, there's 2 lines of play.
Yeah, because, like, it comes down to, like, if he has the removal for Noctis, he has it. So I'm going to attack with my dude. So I can try to catch up on next turn if he doesn't.
Now the question is if he because I think he drew Veritas. I think that's what I saw in there. But if he plays Veritas, does he kill his own Arden? Which the correct answer is yes.
I think I also saw Cecil.
I saw Cecil too. Yeah.
Because if you can somehow duel the Noctis, which you didn't.
Past turn.
you
Ooh,
can
Hecaton
play
is really nice. So that's the dull one. Let's see. Ooh.
Was it a great heck counter and what again?
Let's see. He has Heck.
What the heck? Linden sitting on 2 ice cards and a Cecil.
I think one of them. So there's a Flan, a Duclark, a Cecil, and I think I saw a Very. I don't know.
I think.
Oh no, it's an Edward.
It's an Edward. Oh, okay. And I think Linden was the only one of us from Oregon to go past or go into top 16.
He made top 16. Only Oregon representative too. Ooh, Gladio's really good here.
Yeah, I ended up losing to Luigi in top 32.
Oh, he's gonna get Earthflon and then block with it.
Just unblockable. I try to swing all out. We got what, 5? Though?
So it's 8 to 8, and then he's gonna try to bump.
Yep, that's pretty good.
But so knocked in, so they would just kill each other, unless he decides to ditch 2 cards to keep knock safe, because knock is a 9K.
Oh, he might just ditch for the Hector Frontier.
Well,
Fighting
it depends on whether or not he thinks he has the Edward in hand. Personally, I just say go for it and protect the nut.
Right. Dustin trying his hardest to stabilize here. And still thinking about the block.
Okay, what just happened?
So apparently Linden said he had a scale toe, but I don't think it affected last turn because he only had 1 card in hand.
Yeah.
I don't think scale toad activated last turn.
Well, no, they had 2 cards in hand, right? So he would have discarded 1.
Let's see. He only because he only played Gladio this turn. Nothing else.
Well, I think there was a turn where he drew 2 cards and passed, right? Or did he play something? Because I thought I saw 2 cards in hand.
Because I think he minored back. Okay. Well, no, because let's see, Dustin said he was gonna forfeit the match, but he wants to play out the rest of this. I mean, if you want, I can intervene now if you want me to.
Yeah, they both forgot, so they're not going to rewind. And I think Dustin was going to give it to Linden.
Players here need to remember their triggers more, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I saw. First Angelo with Yuna's, now it's Linden with his scale tone, man. Everyone has a card they forget about.
Yep, I do too. I'm trying to remember what that was, though.
Card I forget about is whatever Jeff runs as his commander.
Oh, Sisse.
Yeah, because
It's foreign.
that one game we played. That was crazy.
It's very crazy.
Yeah, but let's see. That Hackathon character definitely put him into a better position. Did he not do the Edward?
I think he might have discarded it earlier.
No, I think he had it in hand because it was just Dustin's turn at that point. So did he just choose not to play it?
Either that or he forgot about it.
Yeah, that sounds like something Linden would do. I mean, we've missed like what, 2, 3 scale toe triggers now?
I think it was just 2.
Yeah, I think it was 2.
It was the judge's call and then the situation we just had.
So,
Oh.
well, he first has to take the damage. Okay.
I love the duck special. So
That-
good.
That's a froth. Yeah, dude, Darking is so crazy. Especially if you're running EX Burst the deck.
Yeah.
then it turns into Clown Fiesta.
It's like,
That's it.
but
This is it's also, let's see, it's technically a plus for Dustin. He the damage gives him a pretty good chance to maybe make the comeback here, depending on what happens. Gladio at that 10K. Yeah, too bad Arden never ever getting back up.
Yeah, it's staying frozen the rest of the game. I think decks are running pretty thin here too. Lots of Earth tonight.
Hmm?
I said lots of Earth tonight. Ben on Earth Ice. Linden on Earth Ice. Dustin on Earth.
It's a good element.
It's my favorite. I just love Shinto. It's probably my favorite card. Love the art. Love the foil. Love the effect.
Is that time? Guess I'm on round. Okay, Linden's turn 0 player done.
Holding into it.
Interesting.
Let's make it a discard card. Nope, thinking about it. Mr.
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 Linden's lucky we're all friends here.
Yep.
I'm gonna just say that now.
I'm not sorry, dude. You missed it.
Like, I won't lie. If we're in like big tournament, I'm a savage.
Yeah, you have to be.
Yeah, no. There's a thin line on like. There's a lot of gray areas, like what's considered like courtesy and what's considered like bad manners. You know, it's just like, I think as long as you're firm with what you choose, you're fine.
It's alright. I've been talking more, but like I'm trying not to cough into the mic, so it's pretty difficult. Okay, the one freezing the gladiators. And probably moving into combat, giving Gnarlin that plus 2k to get over. Well, actually, already gets over the Earth.
He forgot to act. He has to do wool.
Wool trigger. Linden, you're on fire tonight, baby.
Because I think that actually has to happen. Because okay.
Yeah, I did hear it.
Surprised he called 2000 EXpers.
Mm-hmm.
Spooky. But then now Dustin's in a kind of a tough cookie.
Is that a Veritas?
That was a
It
Veritas,
is,
but he has
he
to
can just sack the Gnarland, and he has to.
Oh, he has to tap one for. Oh, he has to tap one.
Wait, he has to tap one.
He has to tap one
From the
from the Garland. Dustin has to tap one from the Garland. I mean, it still works if he taps the Undead Princess, but that matters. Yeah. Hey, can you notify them? Yes.
Yeah.
Dustin.
Maybe just stop the Undead Princess.
Yeah, Linden, like you should be the one talking about it.
All right, folks, so that's the end of that. Linden takes it over Dustin. We're now going to go back to table 2 for round 3 and finish out the night seeing what happened between Ben and Jason.
Ooh, buddies.
Ooh.
Buddies, both that are my Tomodachis. Just in gumbo.
All right. That'd be muted again.
Okay. the big comfy couch. Ooh, the white mage.
Hey, you look pretty comfy.
Yeah, it was pretty comfy. It's a big comfy couch. But yeah, he ditched. He basically just did Minophilia turn 1 and then turn 2 played a minor. Jason just played white mage. White mage though in this matchup matters a lot more than it matters than in the other matchup.
Oh yeah, because Earth has recursion, and if you deny the recursion, it's pretty good. Which white mage does.
Ditching a Viking.
Okay, trying to get probably the Riku or the Yuna. Yeah, getting the Riku. You're fine.
I like that paint so much.
It's so good.
It's so nice to search up for like combo pieces for the deck.
You need to get
Combo
your
pieces.
Yuna and Riku off,
Yeah.
and Pain adds it to your gun. So, Anthony Express on top of that.
It's really nice. The start of what I like to call the 3K searchers.
And he's discarding your solo to play Riku. Drawing Shantoto and a
Cam.
Oh, Cam. Excuse me. The Cam just probably searching for the chaos here. There we go. He's gonna discard it this turn, just get the 3. Okay. So good time for a Zidane. Oh hey.
Ooh. And he has
Look at
Mion
that.
for the Zidane too, which is disgusting.
Very
Because
disgusting.
he can tap 1 mana.
I just take the 1 card in hand with this Zidane he drew.
He could take out his entire
Oh, 2. Okay. I
Yeah,
thought-
because like tap 1, ditch, play Zidane. Ditch another card, play Mion, return to Zidane, play Zidane again.
gross.
Ah. Zidane is gross.
Discard Leviathan.
Is he gonna do it though? Let's see.
I want
Do
to
it, Jason.
happen.
Do it, Jason.
Do it, Jason.
Get him.
make him
Yeah.
back up soon.
Oh.
Yeah, you're super do it, please. Please, you have to.
Go, 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 go.
You can do it.
I believe.
I believe.
I believe. Everyone give Jason your energy. Oh. No, no, Jason. Oh, that's actually pretty good
Oh,
too.
Death Gaze. Okay.
I won't lie, it's not that bad. Because this isn't really a board you want to Veritas.
Yeah, that's
But just to get it out, it's also really good.
But now you can just do it next turn
Yeah.
by paying the 2.
Mm-hmm.
But that's awkward. So he's probably just gonna discard a win card, play the Mione, bounces it in after attacking if he can.
3.
Discarding. Oh, it's just playing Upper. Just playing Upper, get a Noctis. Not bad. You got
Charlotta.
Charlotta. And then gets attacked with Zidane
Getting in some
and
of that
probably
free
bounce it.
damage. Oh, and there it is.
Oh, we take those.
Star Sybil search off EX. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I just don't like Star Sybil. I think the card's ridiculous.
Card is so strong. One of my favorites. Definitely top 10. You know what we just do, just you know. Just saving him for later. He doesn't really need to play right now. 'Cause he only has a pain on board.
Understandable. He already knows his opponent has Veritas and Shantato, and this isn't really a board you want to play it on. So
4 or 6. The Veritas. Okay.
that's fine. That gives him access to his other pain now.
Would you think about playing a backup maybe? 2, 3.
3.
Oh, it's playing a Skeleton.
Oh, there we go. Scale Toad online. 2 or more, but okay.
And it's not like the.
I mean, this is.
Attacking hero.
Yeah.
If it was less than 2, it'd be pretty bad.
Let me punish you more for being behind.
I'll just stay ahead then.
And they're like, no, I'm going to keep you down. Yeah, no, cards that punish you for being behind, I think, are crazy. Because why should I be punished for being punished already?
So, yeah, that was a good time to play the Zidane. I'll just take another Dead Veritas. So. But just leave with no cards in hand.
Only problem, there's no really efficient way, I think, for Water, Wind, well, Jason's version to deal with Veritas. Maybe if he Yunas into a Zidane, that's a pretty good efficient way. But
I think he has Chaos Walker as well. So as soon as he gets the Yuna online, he's pretty fine. Because he can actually, if he does have Yuna in hand, he can play the Yuna, bounce the Veritas, and not really care. Because anything he plays is going to be freed like Zidane or Pain. And so he doesn't mind sacking that to the Veritas.
Little Baiku.
What did he draw? Tapping to reach you for 1.
I wonder if Jason's looking for a way to play all his cards this turn so he doesn't have, like...
To discard with Skeleton.
Digit card, Aerith. Oh.
2, 3. Okay, just 3 for
Zidane?
Pain. To activate. Okay, he's going super wide.
Yeah.
Because you play the Zidane next. Take the.
Because I think he's trying to minimize hand size so that Skeleton doesn't take as much in later turns.
And then he's in a position where if the Veritas attacks, he has 3 forwards he can attack him with next turn. And Ben will only be drawing 2 cards. He'll be taking the last card in hand with the Zidane. Or it's just going to play 2 for
4.
3.
Ooh, very nice. This gives him an option.
Okay, looks like he's rewinding.
That's fine. Again. So, what's your personal feelings on how do you deal with a Scale Toad?
You stay at 6 cards in hand. But if you're not in that position, well, it depends on what deck you're playing. If you're like playing a forward heavy deck and your opponent already played the Shintoto or doesn't have access to Shintoto, you can just extend your forwards and try to beat the Skeleton. That way, by discarding no cards, or you just play the discard the cards you don't need and just still keep card advantage in hand. Otherwise, you're going to get to a point where you're going to get outvalued by your opponent because you always have only less than 2 cards in hand.
I always think the best thing to do is try to get the 5 backups as quickly as possible when Skeletoad's on board.
Yep.
Because that's the problem. It lowers a lot of your mana efficiency.
Because if you have less cards or less cards in hand, and you're just lying on top deck mode, it's a lot better when you have 5 backups.
Yeah, and those cards you draw will might have better impact.
Oh yeah, that is.
Told you it was Deshante.
It is Deshante.
Deshante popping off.
I can hear it through their mics. It's so funny. Had listened to the stream to catch that. I'm still thinking about what to do on this turn before I have to discard the Skeleton.
It does bring a perplexing question.
Huh.
I wonder if he's targeting the pain. I find it interesting. A lot of people don't run a lot of monster destruction, and especially with a lot of the monsters this set, which are 3 costs.
Like, yeah, the amount of times that Death Gaze is played on my Veritas is a lot.
Because they're like, you don't run monster destruction, and then this is when you surprise them. You go like, yeah, I do. Like, oh no.
And now he doesn't have to discard a Scale Toad. He still has 1 card in hand and 4 forwards on the board.
It is a very good card. I've seen a lot of mono lightning players trying to put it, that Odin in for Death Gaze, Gale Toad. Yeah, with it's just good monster removal.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I think it's a little more reliable than the other Rama, the 3-drop, just because you just get to break it. But at the same time, 3-drop Rama is really good.
3-drop Ramu is
The
3-drop Ramu will let you fill out most of like against other matchups, but I think Odin is definitely good enough to warrant running for Scale Toad and Death Gaze being very popular choices. It's also really good because it still hits your Stola, and that's all that matters.
Yep. Like, all right, I'll break your Stola. I'll cancel it. So just slam down a Noctis. It's pretty good against Vikings and smaller dudes. You can see what Jason's working with. It looks like a pain.
I can see the pain in his eyes. I can see the pain in his hand.
I can see his pain on the field. This is so much pain. You know, I think there's a pain in the break zone.
So pain's dead.
Oh, what a pain.
Indeed. Pretty sure we're starting to get pained in the necks.
Ooh, Hecagon too. Riding the Viking. What will he draw? That's something.
It is a card. Final Fantasy card. Probably does an effect.
Was that a Zidane I might have saw?
Jason, stop shuffling your hand. I'm trying to see. He has a very interesting peeking method.
I think it's a lot better than it.
I know a lot of people prefer what Jason's doing to what I like to do.
I do a combination of both.
In my defense, I have no defense.
Only offense.
I'm sorry. It's something I do because I don't know why. It just helps me think.
Party attack.
Now, unless you start doing it like this, like super aggressively in front of your opponent, that's just messed up.
Where you're just like bending your cards.
Yeah, I'm like
snap, snap, snap.
You're just like, can you not be so rude?
Like you do it so your opponent's just like cringing because all these cards are losing so much value.
I just like stare at them like, oh.
That's one way to deal damage in this game, to my heart.
Ooh, Cloud. It's gonna target the Verity. Wouldn't be bad.
Probably the Noctis, yeah, just because he can fight and break something. Because now he can just attack for free with Titus.
Does he still have the Shan in hand? He does not. Ooh, this is a big board. And with Cloud on the board, he can do a lot.
Yeah, because he can just go attack Cloud, reduce the power of
But he does have the Emperor, so that could give him build him some time.
Not a whole lot. Oh, that Emperor. Yeah. He's good. For whatever thinking, I was thinking of the Dark one for whatever reason. And then I'm like, I looked at
Sadly, it's just like Veritas just kind of beats out most Dark cards now. Hey, you guys remember when Nidhogg exists?
What's that?
I don't know. It's a card.
That sounds like a card that was super relevant in Opus 6. I can't quite put my finger on it, though.
I mean, not right now. We don't have a copy.
Oh, this Emperor? No, it's the 2-drop. But,
It's okay, TJ. We love you.
Oh, I wish that card was better.
There we go.
Sorry about that. I saw them both, and I was like, oh, man. And then I was like, oh, yeah, that's not the right.
No, you're Gucci. You're Gucci. Oh, man, dude.
That was lovely. Not a staring contest. Oh, he's flossing.
Kevin, please.
At least we know he has dental hygiene. He likes to floss.
My doctor tells me, or my dentist tells me I should floss twice a day.
Twice a day?
Twice a day.
Oh, man. I floss one half of my mouth for the first part of the day, and then at night I floss the other half. And I only brush the top teeth in the day, and then at night I brush my bottom teeth. And then after 2 days I brush my tongue.
You know, I just brush my teeth
No,
like a normal person. Dental hygiene with Nick and Chris.
Instead of just gargling the Listerine, I just straight up drink it.
That's a secret. You want to know the secret to why Christian does so well? That's the secret.
That's not what you spread. People might do it.
Please don't. We don't advocate anything at Christian. But another star symbol off the EX. That's crazy.
That's pretty good.
And that's Shantoto. Or he's out.
The what is it
Archangel.
called? The Archangel, yeah.
Archangel TT. Teen Titan.
Break something in.
I love that Archangel so much. Oh, but it's game.
Boys.
I love that Archangel so much though, just because it's just, I don't know. I like it a lot. I like the idea of it.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. Well, that's going to conclude Thursday Night Final Fantasy Deconstructed. For Christian Tate and Nick Wynn, I'm TJ Stinson. And we're at Epic Gaming. If you haven't liked and followed us, we do Final Fantasy 3 days a week on Sunday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. We had the privilege of hosting the Water Cup last weekend. Crap tons of footage on all of your favorite video platforms. And you can watch the exciting 123-man bracket, go to a top 32, lots of side events. Didn't miss anything, gentlemen?
Nope.
Not really.
I think
that's
really
really well.
it.
A lot of fun, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you again for joining us tonight. We'll see you on Sunday night at 6:30 Pacific Daylight Time for more Final Fantasy. You all have a good night.
Bye-bye.